Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Ashley here, Big Smoke Barbecue. Today I'm going to be showing you a video of how I'm going to cook a pork belly on this thing here, a pizza oven. I've got the smokers going today for a big cook on the weekend. Got everything going here. But I'm going to attempt to cook a crispy skin Carolina style whole hog barbecue pork belly on this pizza oven. I don't know how it's going to go, but I thought you might be interested in seeing how it went. This is my first ever cooking video on the channel, so I'm going to be hoping to bring some more cooking videos on the channel, but I wanted this to be an interesting one, hopefully to the point where it's maybe one of the only videos on YouTube of someone actually trying to do this. This isn't like obviously a Gosney or anything like that, or a tabletop pizza oven. This is a sort of a standing pizza oven. The idea is that you put the coals or the fuel in there, and obviously a pizza stone in there. So I've gone for a smaller pork belly today because it's going to be a challenge getting that thing up to temperature properly for a long cook, and also to get the pork belly in and out. So if you excuse my bad YouTube video skills, this is my first ever video, first video of an actual live cook, so please bear with me. I'm hoping that as time goes on, I'll get better at cooking the videos on YouTube so people can actually see what I'm doing in a little bit greater detail, as well as greater quality videos. So let's get to cooking. This is a pork belly, and I got this from my local butcher, Butcher Meats. They've really helped me out over the last 12-18 months. All the meat and everything I've been buying, send me some good deals and stuff, which is great. Now, I asked them to leave some of the bones in. There's some rib bones in there, kind of just as it is. I'm going to trim this up very basically. I'm just going to take off a few things which I think are just going to crisp up, like this little piece here that can come off, and this weird skin. I'm going to trim a little bit off this here, but not a lot, because I think there's a bone there. Yep, there's a bone. So I'm going to leave that. Other than a little bit of this here, I'm not going to trim off too much because this is Carolina style whole hog style barbecue cooking, and we're not going to season it up with like a brisket rub or anything like that. It's literally going to be a very basic cook. There's some teats there, which is gross. I'm going to take them off because I don't really want to eat that. Some people might not care, but that is not for me. Do not want to eat that. Other than trimming this off, we are literally ready to go. So let's flatten that out a bit. That's the sort of size we're looking at. What I'm going to do now though is I'm going to season it up, and then we're going to on the pit. So as far as seasonings go, I am going to be very basic with this. I'm not going to do a rub of any kind really. I'm going to go on very light with some Lowry's. I don't really want to season it too much. I kind of want the direct heat to give the flavour that we're looking for here. That is literally it. That's literally all I'm going to use for that. Nothing else. Just a little bit of Lowry's seasoned salt on the top. The skin, of course, I'm going to be using just some table salt. And I was going to do this with it on the pit, but with it being that tiny little pizza oven, it's going to be quite hard to season that how I want. And I'm going to try and transfer this across and keep the salt on. I mean, I don't mind salting a little bit of it in there, but I want to get the most of it whilst it's out of the pit. Now, if you're wondering why I'm putting so much salt on there, it's not going to affect the meat. It's not going to permeate through or anything like that and make the meat ridiculously salty. What this is going to do is draw out all the moisture from the skin, and it's going to allow us to have that beautiful crispy skin which we're after. That is it. That's pretty much it. That's seasoned up, ready to go. So our pork belly, let's get it on the pit. or the pizza oven. So here I have my coals ready to go. This is lumpwood charcoal from Birchwood Firewood and Charcoal Company in Herefordshire, where I get all my charcoal from. There's pits rocking at around 275, if that thermometer is actually correct. I'm going to go for it today. I'm not going to use a thermometer probe to stick in there with a digital thermometer or anything like that. I'm literally just going to use this. Now I put some briquettes in. I don't want to really do that, but I think it's going to help with the longevity of the cook, because it's going to take quite a while to cook this. And so I'm going to put some briquettes in as well. I wanted to just use lump charcoal. This is just Big K briquettes. There's our pork belly. Let's get it on the pit. If it will fit in there, it's going to be a challenge. So all the salt's starting to kind of break off. That's not what I wanted, but right, let's try and just pat this back out again. Sorry, I didn't put the camera up properly. As you can tell, this is a very basic home cook video, because I'm not very good at the YouTube angles, and with the camera I've just got a little tripod thing for my phone, but that's pretty good. Nothing else really to it. Just shut this, and there's our pork belly in our pizza oven. I don't know how this is going to go. Carolina style whole hog barbecue direct heat cooking. My theory is that it's going to work a bit like a chud box, so Bradley Robinson's chud box, where the coals are at the bottom, you've got the grate here, and it's going to go up through the chimney stack and create some great barbecue. But who knows? There's maybe a reason why there aren't many, if any, videos on YouTube of anyone cooking a pork belly like this in a pizza oven, because it might not work. So if it works, chances are you're watching this video right now, because if it didn't work, then I might not upload it as my first ever cooking video, because that would be a bit embarrassing. I mean, if it's okay-ish and it was a mild success, then I will still upload it, I think. I've got a feeling it'll be really good, but we'll see. So if you couldn't tell already, the main issue I'm going to have, or problem that I'm going to struggle with this cook, is the fact that this is a pizza oven, and it's not designed to have low and slow cooking over a long period of time in there. And this little tray thing is kind of warped already from the heat, and I just don't know if this is going to work very well. But my theory is Carolina style whole hog is one of the best, if not the best, barbecue for pork there is out there, and I wanted to replicate that on this pizza oven as a direct heat cooker, like a mini chud box or something like that. Now of course I don't know if this is like a cheat, almost like a gimmick maybe, because when you think of a pizza oven you won't be thinking of one of these, I guess, but this is literally a pizza oven. It came in the box as a big pizza oven. I put it together last year, and I wanted to do this video for about 9 months. Had the idea to do it because I thought it would be like a direct heat cooker, and I don't know, let's see. We're starting to get some nice fat dripping here, some of the direct heat doing its work here. Really nice sound on that. Lets me know that we're doing something right with this. Tried to blast it with some heat to get the coals back up to temp, some new coals I put in, and I found that the little thin tray was really not taking the heat very well. It's very thin, so I've got to be very careful with that. But so far so good, I think. Interesting to see how this is going to go. Kind of worried about it because I've never done this before, especially on a pizza oven, which seems a little bit ridiculous, but it could be a cool video at least. So I'm gonna leave it for now, come back in a bit. It's direct heat cook. Let's see how it's going right now. There's some fire from the fat that's rendering down, which is exactly what I want. It smells phenomenal actually. Rocking it around 375-ish, 350. It's looking really good actually. I'm really surprised at how well this looks to be going. Haven't seen the underside of it yet though, so we could be in for a bit of false hope, but so far so good. Well, this is slightly worrying because we're rocking at really high temperatures already, around the temperature that I'd probably want to pull this off. So Yeah, I mean, pretty high right now. I might scrape off this salt and then flip it quickly to get that crispy skin and check back in. It's been flipped and the salt's been scraped off. As you can see, it's kind of charred a little bit on the bottom, which I expected, but I mean, we're not far off now. I flipped it, we've got the crispy skin starting to form. It's looking good. I was going to mop this, but I've decided not to because I'm going to be using my own mustard barbecue sauce to put on this. I think a mop sauce and a mustard barbecue sauce might taste a bit funny together, so I'm going to leave that and just do straight pork belly like this and then mustard barbecue sauce. And I'll check in when it's done. So it's time to check in now. I think we're doing really well with this. I think it's ready to go. Just tempt it. It's there. The difficult thing now is to get this off. One of the bones were just stuck, but look at that. Crispy skin. Amazing colour on that. Slightly charred on there, obviously, from that heat. Some of the skin didn't quite render there, but we can just cut that off. What I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to take the skin off this pork belly, and I'm going to put the pork belly in the warmer, keep the skin out, and then I'm going to put it back on when I'm ready to eat a bit later on, because it's finished a little bit earlier than I thought. It's taken about 3 hours, which isn't long at all for a pork belly, so I don't know what this is going to taste like. But I'm going to put this in the warmer, take the skin off, as I said, because of the humid temperature. It's going to make that crispy skin go all soft and weird again. So I take the skin off, keep it separate, put the pork belly in the warmer, wrap it in foil, maybe put a little bit of apple cider vinegar or something in there, just keep it moist, or a little bit of water. And then I'll check back in a few hours when I'm ready to chop it all up and have some lovely pork belly sandwiches. The pork belly's in there resting. All the ribs as well for our cook for the event tomorrow. It's in the sham right here. There's the pork belly we cooked on the pizza oven in the sham, ready to go. So everything's done. Pork belly's done. I've made up some slaw. I've made also my mustard barbecue sauce that I sell at my events, ready for tomorrow. We're going to sample a bit of that in the video now. I'm just going to wait for the pork belly to get a little bit warmer before I pull it off, and I'm going to shred it up and put it into some buns, and I'm going to give you the verdict of how this came out. Everything went pretty well, I think. I've obviously not tasted it yet. That's the true test of how good or bad this really came out, but I think everything was good. The skin was really crispy, and I'm really happy with it. So just need to try it now. That'll be what happens next. Here's our pork belly. I'm just going to unwrap it now. It's got some cotton gloves on for the heat. Let's just see how this came out. Wrapped it in a double layer of foil, so now, if you remember, I said the skin, I've taken the skin off because I don't want the skin to go soft in the warmer. I'll go get the crispy skin. A bit of coleslaw on there. Yeah, here's our crispy skin. I think it's all come out really well. First of all, I'm literally just going to try and see how this goes. I mean, look at that. That's exactly what you want right there. Pulls apart with ease. You've literally got that pork belly, pork spaghetti, as they want to call it. That's exactly what you want. That real nice stringy pork belly right there. That is exactly what you want. Nice smoke on there. Nice bit of direct heat cooking on the coals. This looks and smells phenomenal, by the way. Here we have just a basic brioche bun. Nothing special. What I'm going to do now is get a little bit of this slaw. This is our coleslaw that we make for our events. Very basic slaw. Try not to get it all over the place. I was going to go too heavy with the slaw, but I still want to be able to have some in there. So we've got a slaw. I'm going to load up with our pulled pork. Our pulled pork belly, such a unique texture to it. It's absolutely amazing. Look at that stringiness on there. That's exactly what you want right there. Some stringiness. I'm going to chop the skin, put that on top. I was going to mix it all together, but I need to wait a little bit because my partner's going to have some. I'm just going to try and taste test this now, and then we're gonna dig in. It's just decided to rain, so that's brilliant. Can't get any crispier than that. Absolutely phenomenal. No, I shouldn't be using the gloves, but this is just for us. So this isn't going to be served at our events or anything. This is literally for us. But look at that crunch. So I'm just going to assemble this now. I know I'm using my hands, but it's literally for me, so it doesn't matter too much. I'm going to put some of this on here. Slide all that across. Just load this back up. Let's put this bad boy on here. Look at that. And now of course I had to get a little bit of this mustard barbecue sauce, which is our sauce that we make for our events. It's a very big jar, so I don't really know why I've decided to use a huge jar for this exact pour. Only want a tiny bit on there. That'll do. Perfect. What a perfect bite. I had to try some. Let's have a bite of this. That could be the best pork crackling crispy skin I've ever had. Absolutely unreal. It's raining. There's some helicopter or plane or something going overhead. I don't know what it is. So hopefully you can hear me. But that, phenomenal. Here it is. Absolutely incredible. This came out so much better than I thought it would. But does it taste as good as I think it will? Let's see. Oh my god. You don't need fancy equipment to cook great barbecue. I literally cooked this on a pizza oven, which isn't designed obviously for that. And the result is just outrageous. That direct heat pulled pork belly is just out of this world. Oh my god. You can cook this on rubber kettle, direct heat with the coals. You can even use your smoker as that, turn it into a bit of a charcoal grill. You can buy a direct heat cooker obviously for that, but honestly this, guys, you have to try this. Maybe not in the pizza oven if you haven't got one of those, but try this Carolina style whole hog barbecue pork belly. I would love to serve this at our events. I don't really have a direct heat cooker that can take that capacity of pork that I'd have to cook, but maybe just do some pork belly skin on in the smoker. Maybe, I mean, I've tried that, it's come out real good. Maybe I'll try that in another video where I'll do an offset smoked pork belly skin on and then turn it into this chopped Carolina style barbecue with a crispy skin. Honestly, this pulled pork is phenomenal, and cooked in that little pizza oven, I just can't actually I can't really get my head around it. It's just phenomenal. I mean, that little thing over there, right, just a little pizza oven, nothing special at all, just a pizza oven that is designed to obviously just have high heat, quick cooks. And I'm just so happy with how this came out. We still got the Cactus Jack running right now in the rain. Got brisket, pulled pork, pork belly on there. Let me just give you a little quick sneak peek actually into the smoker. It's all going pretty well. hopefully get somewhere near done by the time it gets dark, because I don't like cooking in the dark when it's like this, because you can't quite get the same light. It's artificial light, and I'm just not a fan. But I'll tell you what I am a fan of: this pulled pork sandwich. Absolutely ridiculous. So if you want to know, can you cook direct heat great barbecue in a pizza oven? The answer is yes. Amazing. You have to try this. Just want to say also, thank you so much to everyone that watched this video. I know it probably isn't very professional or entertaining, and maybe a little bit too monotone and something like that. You know, I'm not really a YouTuber. I'm not in good practice as such. I've done YouTube videos before, but not related to barbecue or anything like this. And I'm pretty bad at editing, and I'm pretty bad at doing these types of videos. But hopefully you could see the product was definitely worth the wait, and I really implore you to try and do this yourself. It was really fun to cook on the pizza oven. Maybe you'll find it a lot easier if you use something like a Weber 57 or something, but give it a try. So if you like what you saw today and you thought it was interesting and you want to try this pulled pork sandwich, then please give me a subscribe and a like and comment on the video. It lets me know that you're watching this, because you know you could watch it and I don't really know. I mean, with the views and stuff, I'm hoping that if you can like and comment and subscribe, it's going to help me build this channel, and lets me know also if it's worth me doing these videos. So please subscribe, like, comment, and share it with your friends, I guess. And thank you for watching, and go and cook a pulled pork sandwich.